Had this happen with Specs Business, the AG wants to hear about it. And on whio.com, we have a link to the Ohio AG's office to file a complaint. And if you have a story our IT needs to get involved in, please call our number, 937-535-7777. You can also message us on social media or send us an email.
A FedEx driver from the Miami Valley was caught on camera in California pulling a man from his burning car. Take a look. I talked with Jonathan Rohrbach. He lives about an hour north of San Diego now, but he grew up in Preble County. Rohrbach told us he saw the burning car this week, pulled over his semi, and grabbed his fire extinguisher. Well, he tried to get the flames out. It didn't work, so he grabbed the driver, as you could see, who had a leg injury, and pulled him away from the burning car, saving his life. He said it all happened so quickly. He said as a teenager in Gratis in Preble County, he actually volunteered with the fire department.
Growing up in Ohio, especially kind of before cell phone times, when I was, younger, you see somebody broke down even just on the side of the road, you stop and see if they need help because there's nobody else around.
A lot of people calling him a hero, very humble about it though. Jonathan has a wife and 3 kids. His parents and his brother and sister, they still actually live here in Montgomery County. He said he hopes all this attention makes people look out for others.
And now, your Storm Center 7 forecast. That's weather coverage you can count on.
Seen that video probably half a dozen times, and Jonathan was so calm. He was just very methodical, looking through the car, making sure there was nobody else there.
He was just very humble about it.
Great Ohio guy. Great to see.
Absolutely.
Weather specialist Nick Dunn joins us. You've been paying very close attention to some of our weather cameras, trying to capture some lightning.
Yeah, we've actually, our Salina Sky Cam has been very busy over the last hour. In fact, here's a live look at it, and there you can see it right there. So we've got plenty of thunderstorms just outside the viewing area this evening. Kind of a neat look. There was a nice lightning bolt right there. Let's take a look at radar now. And again, we are keeping a very close eye, primarily on this line of thunderstorms, which has had a long-lived history of wind damage across parts of Iowa and now coming into Illinois and Wisconsin. We've had some storms popping up out ahead of this, but so far, these have been what I call goalie washers. They've just been very heavy rain producers to this point. So we'll keep a pretty close eye on that for you for the overnight. So for the rest of tonight, storms coming in through the overnight. The main threats are going to be heavy rain and strong winds. And the best chance for any severe weather right now looks to kind of be in that 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. time frame. So make sure you have all of your devices charged. And, of course, we'll be here keeping an eye on things for you as well. Now, as we get into tomorrow, we start to calm down a little bit weather-wise. We may have some showers or storms first thing in the morning, but we should clear out enough and get into the middle 80s during the afternoon. You might find another storm or two popping up, but the chances of that look relatively low. And they'll start to cool off again by tomorrow evening. And then if you're not a fan of the humidity, I've got some good news for you. If you can get through this weekend, look at Monday. See that green? That means we're looking at comfortable dew points in the upper 50s. So that's something we haven't seen for a little bit, and that'll be a nice break after the 80s and 90s that we've had this week. And speaking of temperatures, the next several days, tomorrow will be the warmest, really, of the next 7 days overall for most of us. We'll kind of settle to near average, if you will. Our typical high is 86. So we'll be in the ballpark of that over the next several days. So here's a look at futurecast. And again, we've already have some storms out there this evening. These will continue to kind of work their way to the southeast. You can see we may get one round here as we get towards 1 and 2 in the morning, and then another round of storms. This is why I'm a little bit more concerned about flooding and damaging wind tonight. You see this linear fashion. These are kind of in a line of storms. That's where we're a little bit more concerned about that damaging wind risk. This races through here by about 6 o'clock in the morning, and then we will slowly start to dry out just in time for the afternoon. We'll get a little bit of sunshine back, but we have just enough humidity left. You might find a stray shower or two during the afternoon, but I think those chances are relatively slim. And then looking at Sunday, we're starting to dry out, high of 84, 83 Monday and Tuesday. And then keep in mind, our typical high is 86. So we're really not too far from that over the next 7 days. And our next chance of rain after tomorrow, looking like Thursday right now.
Thank you, Nick. Well, downtown Dayton is going to be a busy place this weekend because of the Celtic Festival.